Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Today is our first day back after Christmas break, and we wanted to bring you guys along so that you could see our homeschooling routine. Although today hopefully we'll be taking it a little bit easy, getting back into our routine, but we wanted to bring you along so that you could see how we go about things. And so I have prepared, I have had my quiet time and my coffee, and I'm wearing my shirt, 90s wrap. It says somewhere between 90s wrap and Proverbs 31, y'all. That's where I'm stuck. So we are going to have a good day today. I just know it. And so I wanted to invite you guys along. Hopefully I will get the kids' haircut, and then yeah, just do our homeschool routine today. So come along with us, and I hope you enjoy. So we just did morning cuddle up, and that's what we do to kind of give everyone a chance to wake up in the morning before we go right into school. We are starting something new starting January, so starting right now for our school routine. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch a show on Vooks, V-O-O-K-S, and it's not really a show. They read books to you, and so I've picked a book to watch this morning, and then we're going to go to the table and do the activities that come with that book, and that's going to kind of just wake us up in the morning and get us going and get our minds going. It has a lot of language arts worked into it, and then we go straight from that to our link. Guys, Mommy asked y'all to be quiet, remember? Just long enough for me to talk to the camera. And so we go straight from doing that Vooks to doing their language arts boards, which I'll show you that too. So it kind of all goes together for language arts. So that's what we're going to do right now, is we're going to watch our Vooks book, and then we're going to go to the table for handwriting and breakfast. Okay, so we did our cuddle up, we watched our Vooks show, the kids have come to the table, and I'm going to hand them their handwriting sheets so they can do handwriting while I prepare breakfast. Okay, so the kids are doing their handwriting, and I am making breakfast. Today we're going to have malto meal, which we really enjoy hot cereal in the winter. So we're having some malto meal, and I'm going to serve some mandarin oranges with that. The little oranges, we like those. And so that's what our breakfast is going to be today. Okay guys, so we're going to go over our memory verse for this week.
Alrighty.
Everybody say Psalm 34:13.
Psalm 34:18.
34:13.
34:13. That one's confusing.
Okay, and then repeat after me. Keep your tongue from evil.
Keep your tongue from evil.
And your lips from speaking lies.
And your lips from speaking lies.
Okay, so now we're going to put it together. Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking lies.
Keep your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking lies.
Okay, now we're gonna talk about what that means. Hey Elijah, what is that you're doing?
It's a sheet, like a KWL chart from the books thing.
Okay, so what are you doing with it?
Just write down what you already know about shells, what you want to learn about shells, and then what you learned. So what I wrote was hermits back into empty shells on what I know. What I want to know is how do octopuses pee. What I learned is that 25% of ocean life lives in coral reefs.
Okay, awesome, thank you. So you drew the picture on what I know. What did you draw?
I draw that octopuses can blend in with other things, like that little orange spot right there. And turtles can't see them.
Okay, so that's how they stay protected?
Yeah, that's how they stay protected.
Okay.
I drew a seashell.
You drew what?
A seashell.
A seashell? You sure did. You did a great job, Bubba. Okay, so another thing that was included with the lesson plans on our book shells were these vocabulary shells. And so they wrote the vocabulary word on the outside. This is iridescence, curiosity, camouflage, and so on. So there's several. And then you flip it open and it gives you the definition. All right, what's that word? E says E.
Reef.
Yeah, reef. And tell us about the reef.
Reefs is protection for fish.
Where does it grow? Look at Mommy. Where does it grow?
Reefs grow at the bottom of the ocean, and it protects fish so no octopus or sharks can eat them.
Okay, so we just did our language arts portion of the morning, and now we move on to morning chores. And I thought that I would line up the kids and they could tell you their ages and what their chores are. So, how old are you?
10.
Can you get happy? Okay, you're 10, and what are your chores?
My morning chores are do the dishes, wipe down the table, wipe down the chairs, and sweep the floor. My afternoon chores is clean the bathroom, do the dishes.
Clean the front bathroom that is the kids' bathroom and the guest bathroom.
Yeah, do the dishes, and then clean up poop with this guy.
Okay, what does clean up poop mean?
Pick it up in a sack and throw it in the dumpster.
Okay, so our dog uses the restroom in the same yard my kids play in, and so every day the two oldest boys go out there and pick up the poop in a plastic sack and throw it away so that we don't have kids playing in dog poo. Okay, Jack, how old are you?
I am 7, and my morning chores are take out the 3 trashes.
So you take out all the trash in the house, okay, and then?
My afternoon chores are take out all 3 trashes, pick up poop, and clean the kitchen. My evening chores are table, chairs, and floor, take out all 3 trashes, and clean the kitchen.
And clean the kitchen. What do you do to clean the kitchen?
I wipe down all the counters and the stove and vacuum the floor.
And vacuum the floor. Okay. All right. Katie, how old are you?
5.
You're 5, and what are your chores?
My morning chores is tidy up. My afternoon chores is table, chairs, and floor.
Okay, and your evening chores?
And my evening chores is tidy up again.
Okay, good. All right, Nate, how old are you? 3? And what are your chores?
Clean up our bedroom and sometimes sweep.
You get to clean your bedroom when it's chore time and sometimes sweep the floors, huh? All right, big boys. Luke, do you want to tell your chores? Then come get in line. Luke, how old are you? 3? What are your chores?
Clean up my room.
Clean your room
And sometimes sweep.
and sometimes sweep. Okay. Okay, so we just finished our chores and we are going into our math rotation. So this first little section of time, my oldest son is still doing some of his chores because he has more chores than everyone else. So he's still doing some of his chores, and my 7-year-old is sitting down to do math on teaching textbooks. And I'm going to sit down with my 5-year-old, and she has been doing this numbers and skills K5 from Abeka. So we're going to do one sheet front and back. One sheet front and back from Abeka, and then we will read together. So she knows how to sound out some words, and we're going to work on her reading while he does math and the oldest one does chores. Then we will switch, and the oldest one will do math. I'll sit down with this guy and do some reading, and that's kind of how we do our math rotation. So I just kind of rotate who's by themselves and who I'm working with. All right, here we go. So you got all your chores done, and you're waiting on brother to get done with math so you can do math, right?
Yep.
So what are you doing in the meantime?
I'm trying to make a little saw thingy with an engine and a few wires.
So you have a motor and a battery pack, and so you're connecting all your
Oh, I crossed the wires
together to make some sort of gadget?
Yep, but I crossed the wires.
Okay, so my 5-year-old got done with math and reading. My 7-year-old is done with math and reading. And so now it's finally time for my 10-year-old to do, he's been working on his math. He's in the middle of that. So while he finishes up with math, I'm going to go in the kitchen and prepare, hi. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and prepare lunch. Today we are just having some leftovers for lunch. Just because we like to eat everything up before, instead of wasting it. And we had black-eyed peas for New Year's, and we had some of those left over. So we're gonna finish eating those black-eyed peas for lunch. Okay, so we ate lunch. usually we do chores right after lunch, but I really need to get some of my kids' hair cut. So we're gonna spend this time. They did a really good job on their morning chores, so we can skip the afternoon chores for just today and do these haircuts. So I'm gonna start with my 7-year-old. He has really long hair and he has agreed to go to a shorter, kind of long on top but a shorter cut. I am not going to attempt to tell you guys how to cut hair, but if you can watch some YouTube tutorials and things like that, you are going to save a ton of money if you cut your own kids' hair. So that's what we do. I'm gonna cut his first, and then my 3-year-old twins, they just have a whole big mess going on. Their hair's down in their eyes, so I'm gonna trim them up, and I hopefully will show you before and after of everybody, and that's what we're about to get into right now. Let's do some haircuts. Okay, so this is Jack. This is the before. His hair's really long. Turn around, show him the back, and this is the back. Okay, so we just got done with Jack's hair, and I think we got pretty close to what he wanted. Turn, Jack. Turn, turn, turn. And there we go. So I'm gonna send him off to the shower to clean it up, and then we'll put a little bit of gel in it and teach him how to style it. And do you love it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Can I have a kiss? Okay. So now I'm gonna cut the twins' hair. As you can see, it's all in their face. And turn this way. And it's kind of long back here, so we're just gonna give them a good trim up and get it out of their eyes. Okay, so this is the before, and let's get going. Okay, so now we're done with Mr. Luke. See, turn, Luke, turn. We got it all cut off back here. Yeah, it's short in the back, and it's out of his eyes. Okay, now it's Nate's turn. Okay, so now we're done with Mr. Nate. See, it's out of his eyes, and it's short. Turn around. It's short in the back, and we'll wash it, and it will lay down better. But yeah, he has these 2 cowlicks right there and right there, and so he naturally has a mohawk, him and his brother both, so that's hard to cut, but I just do what I can. Turn back around to the front, and so they are cleaned up and looking good. Okay, so I just got the kids to bed, and I'm about to clean up this hair mess that I left from cutting hair. I just wanted to say for a minute that during nap time, the 3 youngest kids go to nap, and my 2 oldest do what we call read rest. So they're supposed to spend this 2 hours resting and reading. Sometimes I let them do other things, but that is what we do at nap time. Okay, so I got the kids down for nap, the 2 big boys sitting down reading, and I cleaned up the hair mess. And so now I'm actually going to sit down and take a break. For real, just a little bit of time for me to relax. So I'm sitting back here. I have my hot tea to relax with. And I'm just gonna take a few minutes to just sit here. I might think ahead about like what's for dinner. I might just catch up on social media, or like plan some stuff for tomorrow. But I'm just going to sit down and relax and take a breather and think whatever of my own thoughts that I want to have, without kids constantly talking to me. So just a little bit of a mama break. Okay, so nap time is over and the kids are hanging out with my husband, so I can cook dinner. And tonight we are having stuffing and pork chops. So I'm going to sear the pork chops first, then put them in a pan with stuffing and bake that. I'll talk you through it as I go along, but that's what I'm gonna do, is cook some dinner and get dinner on the table for my family. The pork chops, put them in the pan, put the stuffing on top. What I did before that was heat the oven to 400 degrees. Then when we put that in there, the pork chops and the stuffing, I'll reduce the temperature to 350 degrees and then cook it for 30 to 45 minutes. So dinner is over now, and everybody is doing evening chores. So each one of the kids has specific things that they do for their evening chores. So they clean up the table and they clean the chairs and they sweep the floor underneath. They also clean up the kitchen and put away the food and do the dishes. So that's what we're doing right now.
And I thank you for that. I ask that you give us a good day tomorrow, and I thank you for that. I thank you for all your blessings. I thank you that you have given us a life to live, and food, and water, and all of everything you've given us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Amen.
Okay, so the kids are finally down. I got my last cup of tea for the night. The hubby and I are going to hang out together, and then it's our bedtime, so that makes it a day. Thanks for staying with us, guys. See ya.